Good evening.
Hello, good evening, dear friends, subscribers, well wishers, and everyone who's actually watching my videos in my channel. Thank you so much. This time I thought instead of presenting a PowerPoint, why don't I myself present it to you, which will be more clear to you. So I thought let me share my thoughts with you. Today, before starting, let me share a good news with you. Now I'm a certified professional in parenting success system. It's actually an organization which gives a certificate in this parenting success. So I took the online course and I successfully could go through it, and now I am a certified parenting success system professional. Thank you so much. So let's go into the video. Let's not waste our time. Today I thought I'll discuss a bit more deeper thing. Today I thought I'll discuss something for as tips for better behavior in your child. What are the tips for better behavior in your child? When we say about behavior, our children, they may possess both the positive behaviors and negative behaviors, right? None of the child is perfect, I believe. They may have their positive side as well as they may have their negative side. When I say positive side, there are many kinds of positive, like they may be active, ambitious, cautious, they may be curious, some of them may be very well organized, some of them may be perfectionist, some of them may be very logical, and so on, right? Those are the very positive sides of a child. Also, the child may have some of the negative sides, like being anxious in the sense worried or uneasy or nervous, even silly things, may be careless, they may be impatient, lazy, or they may be sober, they may be even undisciplined. So these tips which I'm going to talk about today will be considering both, actually positive and the negative behaviors of child, and how you can bring about better behavior in your child. Some of the tips that I want to tell you, which I learned actually from this parenting success system course, is there are some tips actually. The most important is invest in one-on-one time with kids daily. One-on-one time means to have time with them individually, which will actually help them in having an emotional connection with you. At the same time, they will have positive attention, because the children with the age of preschoolers or toddlers, they usually are attention seekers. They need your attention, and to get their attention, to solve this attention seeking behavior, the best thing to do is you have to spend time with them on a daily basis, a time which you don't have your mobiles with you, you don't have your laptops with you, you don't have any other commitments. You just spend time with them, listen to them, and just be cool, calm, and just be as per their age. Just be as you are with them. This will actually give them very good impact on them, very good positive impact on them, which will help them to have a better behavior. Another important thing is get serious about sleep. Please don't ignore sleep. Sleep in a child is very important. Personally speaking, I myself have experienced this with my child. A day which she doesn't have good sleep, or a day which she has actually irritated or disturbed sleep, she may not function well. It's the same with us, right? Just imagine yourself, if you are overtired or irritable, or you have some kind of pain or abdominal pain or anything, will you be the same as of any other usual day? Definitely no. You will have your own negative side of yours. The same is with kids. Actually, it's said that a well-rested kid is a well-behaved child, and the child can function well throughout the day. So please be very firm with the sleep timings for a child. Hopefully I'll try if I can make out a table in my coming video of the age groups and the amount of sleep that they should get according to their age, so that it will be more helpful. That actually I have it from my course. I'll share it with you for sure. And next is focus on routines. Make sure that there is a clearly defined routine for your child, like meal times, breakfast, and things like that. When they have a perfect routine in their life, don't just think, you may be thinking now, oh my god, is it time for me to really put all this into my child? Will that not actually affect my child? Don't worry. Indirectly the child will have discipline developed, embedded in them, by following these little things. Keeping a routine is not limiting your child for anything. It's just helping the child out to be more innovative, more creative, and it's actually allowing child to have more time on himself or herself. And what you can do for that is you can prepare a routine timetable, and if it's for a preschooler or a toddler, you can have some pictures so that they understand it well, and then let them decorate, let the child be a part of everything that you do for them, so that the child participates and child feels accountable for what he is doing. The child automatically feels responsible of what he or she is supposed to do. That's actually a good thing to do. And then encourage your child to be problem solvers. Always make sure that whenever there is a sibling rivalry, or whenever there's a fight between brothers or sisters, don't take sides at all. Never take sides. Be neutral, and the best thing to do is let them be the problem resolvers. Let them solve the problem. Let them find out with a resolution. Let them come up with a resolution of how to solve it. Let them understand their mistakes by themselves. You can just be in midst of them and guide them, but don't take sides and just ruin their mentalities. And another important thing is, don't worry, be happy. With this, what I mean to say is, be a role model of what you want to be in your child. If you expect your child to be loving, content, happy, light-hearted, lovely, please behave the same. Encourage more of smiling in you yourself. Always try to smile, like when you smile, the children, they get so much of positive vibe on them, which will actually help them to be more open, more broader, and it will actually help them. Like instead of almost all the time having a frowned face, screaming, yelling, shouting on them, try to smile on them. Whenever you smile on them, it will actually help them to be more positive, very light-hearted, and very calm. And the last one would be, don't ignore the source of misbehavior. Misbehavior, as I was discussing from my first video, misbehavior will have a deeper issue in it. You just don't focus on the superficial ones. You may have so many deeper issues, maybe hunger, maybe sleepiness, maybe any kind of frustration that they have in themselves, especially for working parents. They may be with the housemates, or somebody else would be taking care of them, or they may be in a crib where they may have their own tensions. Don't underestimate them. Even in a very young age, they may have some tensions which they wanted to share to you, but because of your stubborn behavior or your frowned face, they are scared to discuss with you. So there may be some deeper issues. Please go into that deeper issues and find out the source of the misbehavior, which will actually help you to become a good parent. And also, I believe that children are a gift from God, right? Whichever religion you believe in, but children are a gift from God, and parents are responsible for whatever they do. So to bring them up as a good individual, good human being, we definitely need to put our effort in it. So I hope the tips are clear. So the important message that I want to tell you is, cutting out this chaos. By following this, you will start seeing your child very happier, peaceful, and you will find your home a heaven to live. Be a happy parent, be a smiling parent, be happy always. See you in the next video. Thank you.